Mm, mm. Dun, 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 dun. Touchdown, Ayanako. You give it. Let me be singing Fino. Fino Fino. Hello, hello, gentlemen, daily lovers. Welcome, welcome, and thank you very much for joining us. This is going to be a quick one. We're just going to get right into the conversation, and this is really a fantastic gist that I have wanted to bring to y'all for a while now, but I have not gotten the opportunity to. But I was like, if I don't do this tonight, I will keep procrastinating, and that's not what we need to do. When you see a good news, you got to talk about it. You have got to talk about it. But anyway, let's first of all check our sound and then we get right into the video. Okay. All right. So sound is good. Sound is good. Sound is good. From my thumbnail and my title, I guess you already have a clue what we're about to discuss. But before I do so, let me quickly share the stream to all my community tab so more people can see it. But I know that it's kind of late from my side. Some people will catch up with the replay. Most people will catch up with the replay later on. Maybe I might have already gone to bed when some of you will be watching, but you are welcome. You're most welcome. If you uh okay, sorry, let me quickly share this before I keep talking so I'm not distracted. Join the conversation. Let me just put it that way. Okay. Join the conversation. Okay. Post. All right. I'm trying to share this. All right. Share it down. Okay. So while we discuss this topic, I will also go to Mr. Beast. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, I will start by introducing Mr. Beast. But before I do so, let me start by introducing myself because I see that some persons that watches my live stream are not subscribed. Most of you are not subscribed. Look like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. If you are watching our videos or live stream, subscribe so we can dissect together because on this channel, we will be talking about everything juicy, good news and all of that. Nothing is going to pass us by, okay? Not only gossip, gossip. A lot of people have their ears standing. You know, when you see gossip videos, I'll be seeing 200, 300 views. And then when it's not gossip, you'll be seeing 100 and all of that. Guys, please appreciate good thing. And before I introduce myself also, warning, warning, warning. If you be African YouTuber, red eye, I know when they hear people they come they make mouth anyhow for YouTube. Oh. Mostly all of them way they call on ourselves big YouTubers. Man, I can't sit down here, they learn. That being said, let me repeat what I just said in pidgin in English that everybody can understand. I'm saying if you are an African YouTuber, mostly those ones that refer to themselves as big YouTubers that will be making a whole lot of noise and will not let us hear word on the streets of YouTube. Guys, come sit here and learn, okay? Come and learn. Sit here and listen to what a YouTuber like you just did. Yeah, some of you might claim, he has millions and millions and millions of subscribers. Look, charity begins at home. Start small, and then you can start doing big things. If you're not able to do small, even if you have all the money in the world, you will not be able to do big. Some of you even find it very difficult to even give your fellow YouTubers ordinary shout out or ordinary sharing of videos, let alone to do good. But belle no go kpai on we on a day. That being said, let's get right into this video. So start by introducing myself. Yes. Welcome to Entertainment Daily with OK, and I am your host Octavia Cora. On this channel, we do reaction videos. We react to YouTubers. We react to celebrity gist. We react to anything that we feel like we can give our 2 cents and we can share and learn one or two things from that particular person's video or the particular topic that the person is discussing. So if you like our gist, if you like our analysis, and even if you don't like it, comment below and let us know why you don't like it. But if you like our analysis, don't forget to subscribe. But if you feel like you want to beef us also, you can also subscribe. All follow. That being said, those of you that will be watching my replay, you're welcome. I see some persons have joined me already. If you don't comment, I won't know who you are, but I know I have my silent watchers. God bless you all, and let's get right into this gist. All right, so there's a YouTuber. Like I said, I'll first of all introduce myself so you know who's talking, and then I will introduce the person that we're discussing today. There's this YouTuber. His name is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a very famous YouTuber, and even if you're not a YouTuber, but you're someone that you really consume YouTube content, then I believe you must have heard about Mr. Beast, because the kind of videos that Mr. Beast does uh, are just this type of content that you would really want to watch. Okay, some of this video, the ridiculousness of it, and some of these videos, the amount of money he's giving out, the guy is always out there giving. I think that's one of the reasons why he has millions upon millions of subscribers on his channel. All right, so Jimmy, which happens to be his real name. But before we even get into this whole thing, I say thank you very much, Jimmy. That's Mr. Beast. God bless you. We see you. And when I say we see you, I mean I am speaking on behalf of my continent, the continent of Africa. We see you. We say thank you very much. For you to even sit down and think about this, it's a big deal. For you to just think that, oh, let me do something, and you decide, oh, I'm just going to leave my continent and go to a different continent. And of all the continents, you chose to go to Africa and show some love. God bless you. God bless you. May God bless your family. May God bless that woman and man that gave birth to you. May God bless everyone that is connected to you. And may God bless you with good health, prosperity, long life, and every good thing that you wish yourself. God bless you. We see you, brother, and we say thank you. Okay, so Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, and he just posted a video where he said he's building 100 wells in Africa. So we will go to Mr. Beast's channel. I want to pull up the video from his channel, and I want you guys to hear from the horse's mouth before we even start uh, discussing anything more about this situation or this stuff. So let me pull up his channel, Mr. No, not that one. Mr. Beast. Ah, okay, it was on the other channel. I had typed the name because I was wondering why the name is not showing. Okay, so if you go to Mr. Beast's channel, you will see that the video was uploaded 4 days ago. Okay, with the same thumbnail you see here. I actually took it from his own channel. What I used as the thumbnail here. I actually took it from his channel, and that's 4 days ago. And Mr. Beast has 208 million subscribers. Okay, the guy is, you know, like his subscribers are just growing per minute. Okay, and if you watch his videos, you will probably understand why Mr. Beast is like one of the YouTubers with the highest numbers. I think he is, but sometimes they have this thing where somebody will not come and surpass. Before he was not, it was someone else, and then he came and surpassed that person. So right now, I don't know if there's anyone that has surpassed him also, but as we speak right now, Mr. Beast has 208 million. That's what I see, and he has 765 videos. Okay, on his channel. So 4 days ago, if you click on his videos, you will see that that's the latest video, the last video he posted. He's yet to post another video, and it's 10 minutes 30-second video, and the title is I built wells in Africa. So I want to play his video. In between, we're going to have a little bit of chit chat because of fair use. Okay, you just cannot use somebody's content without modifying it and try to make it your own. So pardon me when I pause the videos in between, but we're going to listen to the full 10 minutes video so you fully understand. Now, this video, as I'm talking to you 4 days ago, the video has 68 million views already. And another thing that caught me my attention is the fact that I don't see a lot of African YouTubers talking about this. And if you are an African YouTuber and you don't think that this is worth discussing, then something to worry your head. Yes, that's what I said. Because when somebody does something this good, the least we could do is to say thank you. And as content creators, you have to do a video and say thank you. In fact, even if you're not excited about the news, just do a video. Let us know that you have seen it and give your 2 cents. So let's get into Mr. Beast's video. Mhm, mhm. So his advert is playing. I'll wait for his advert to finish and then I'll bring up the volume. Okay, hold on. All right.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second. One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go. You're gonna love this video. Combined, these 100 wells are going to give around 500,000 people fresh water to drink. And after building some more wells on this side of Kenya, we flew south to the school system of Nairiri. And let's just say they were really happy to see us. How's it going?
All right, so that's Mr. Biz talking. He said he's going to be building 100 wells in Africa. That's what I heard him say. But in this particular video, most of the wells are in Kenya. That's where they focused on. They went from different districts, from one district to the other in Kenya. And that just brings me to something I want to say. You know, it is amazing to see that another YouTuber has this type of plan, for African country. And then I'm looking at Kenya. Kenya is also one of those African countries with big YouTubers. But the one where they sabi to do now, they fight with each other, they beef each other for no tangible reason. See on a mate. See on a mate. Oh. Some of our senior and self, see what they do for our own country, for our own continent. African YouTubers, now they get sense more. Let's go back into the video.
Thank you so welcome. It's not a react. I appreciate it, everybody. This goes through a welcome ceremony upon our arrival, and Nolan got really into it. Nolan's the most awkward person I've ever met, and that's a lot coming from me. And after being shown around the school,
here comes our guest.
How's it going? Are you having a good day? It's nice meeting you. One of the teachers showed me where the students currently get their water, which is from this river. That's extremely unsafe to drink. This is where your students used to get water from?
Yes.
Now, if you're not saying, look, I would advise after watching this live stream, if you come across this live stream and you're hearing about this Mr. Beast project for the first time, please go to Mr. Beast's channel and watch the video for yourself. When I saw this place where one of the teachers actually showed Mr. Beast where that particular school get their water from, I was almost shedding tears. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Our politicians, you guys can do better. Like people God go punish plenty for this world, Kongoni. Like seriously. So I would love you to go to Mr. Beast's channel and just watch the video for yourself, so you can fully understand why I'm saying we are we're grateful that a YouTuber could even think of something like this. Okay, because there's so many other things that this guy could do with his money. You see what YouTubers are doing with their money. And this world, everybody, first of all, is myself, myself, myself. So when you see someone that is not only thinking about himself, but he feels like, okay, I think I have enough. Because at the end of the day, people never have enough. The more money they have, the more money they need, the more money they want. Okay, even the world richest person is still hustling like he's not got a kobo in his pocket. So when you see someone that has made money and feels like, okay, I'm going to try to reach out and help other people out there, it is something. It is something. And you could say, okay, I will start by helping my own people. But this person left from his own country, left from his own continent, and went to a different continent just to see how he can help a community or one or two persons down there. So it is really something.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Students complaining of diarrhea, infections like typhoid, because this is the water we've been using. So we try to treat, but you see, look at it, but at the end of the day, life has to move on. You have to get some water anyway.
This situation is obviously extremely sad. These children's lives are being limited and sometimes cut short from being forced to drink unsafe water. But at least for this village, we're going to put an end to it right now. I don't think this John's going to fit. I would think that. Let's see if we can find some water. After the water comes out of the ground, it's fed into enormous barrels like this one. And once they're built into the water towers, all of the neighboring villages will not only have clean drinking water, but a pressurized water source as well, which in short means no more doing laundry and unsafe water. And boom! On a scale of 1 to Nolan's mom, how heavy is it? Nolan's mom times 2! Oh, God. Dude, I'll push you off of it. All right, here we go. Under control. We built 20 more wells in Kenya, and after we were done, bro has another well in. Don't worry, I have more water in my other shoe.
Okay, so that's his advert playing, and we're going to let the advert play. Okay, you let the coins be rolling in.
And just so you know how we built these first 29 wells, we used this giant drill to dig hundreds of feet into the ground, past the polluted sources, and into an enormous aquifer of pure drinkable water. After that, we spent time installing pipes so that people all around Africa can access water from spigots like this one in Nairiri. Let's see how it tastes.
You know, there's something that caught me about what Mr. Beast kept saying. He's talking about a well that they just finished digging in one of the districts in Nairobi. But in his commentary, you could hear him keep saying that everyone around Africa could have access to water, and that just makes me to ask. I don't know. Is Mr. Beast also one of those people that thinks that Africa is a country other than a continent? Because are you telling me that the people from North, East, West, South, Central Africa are going to go all the way to Kenya to go fetch that water? Like that, that's very funny. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Beast doesn't know that Africa is a continent and not a country. But you will hear him make the same mistake over and over and over again. But on the other hand, I was like, okay, wait, let's cut him some slack. Let's just give him a break, because towards the end of this video that you will also hear, he mentioned Zimbabwe. So I'm beginning to think they actually visited more than one African country. Okay, so I guess they visited several African nations. That's why he was using the word Africa, Africa, Africa. Now, Africa is massive. Africa is the second largest continent. So if Mr. Beast didn't get to your own country, do not feel some type of way. It is massive. Okay, let's be happy and be appreciative for the one that he did, even if he only visited Kenya. And from me watching this video, I saw that he went to more than one district in Kenya, putting out water, putting computers in schools, refurbishing schools, buying bicycle for one of the school he visited. He bought a bicycle for every single student. There was over 1,000 bicycles you could see in the background. Go to his channel and watch the video, and you confirm it. You could see bicycles on another school. He bought a full football, like soccer, made a football field for them and gave every student a football. I wanted to say soccer because he's an American, but anyway, we call it football. It's America that use the word soccer. Anyways, so you could see that. And another thing that caught me was the fact that he said he doesn't know how to ride a bike, and he bought bike for everybody in the school, and they all rode together. It was massive fun as they were doing their job at the same time. So I don't know why he kept saying Africa over Africa can get clean drinking water when he was actually in Kenya. But let's just take it as that. Let's go.
Like this one in Nairiri. Let's see how it tastes.
Nairiri, according to him, they are in Nairiri, in Kenya.
It took me about a minute
Yeah.
to fill this 5-gallon drum. How much water can this provide a day?
3,600 gallons a day.
Not only will this well cover the 400 kids at this school, but literally the entire neighborhood and village around this school can use this well.
We say thank you for the water.
No problem. This thing can basically pump nonstop for 30 years. You would think that having an effect of this magnitude would require the resources and funding of a large government, but that's not true. Solving this problem is possible, and something humanity should all be putting effort in to fix.
What's the secret of success?
I absolutely agree with him. And one thing also, I love how happy the little children in the school were, how grateful they were, how they were so excited, how they were telling him thank you for the water. You could see how appreciative, the kids were. And I believe he was really overwhelmed, but just trying to, put himself together. I believe by the time he gets back to the state, sits down, watch this video. Well, someone like Mr. Beast, I don't think he edits his video by himself. Some people don't like watching their own videos, but if he does watch this video, or if he does decide to edit this video himself, but he might not. But I believe at some point when he will think about this and look back at the faces of those little children and see the excitement in their faces, really, he's going to be so pleased that he made this decision. And I just cannot stop but say thank you, Mr. Beast. Thank you, Jimmy.
To be honest, just find something you love doing and do it for a long period, and eventually you'll succeed. So I'm gonna bring it super close. See us? Is that cool? If you look up, it's recording. All right. Well, I'm gonna get close. All right.
Did you hear the giggle from that little child? How excited they were when he was flying the drone, filming, and the kids, little children, were all around him, and he was just trying to talk to them and tell them about the drone footage and showing them the footage and all of that. How excited they were, and how all smiley he also was. You could see the veins and all of that in his face. Like, there's just certain things you do in life, and you just look at yourself and you feel pleased that you did it. You did it.
Yeah, you can see yourself. We were also able to install a well for this village, and these 12 other villages. And while we were finishing these wells, we were also able to update one of their schools with brand new computers. How are they liking it?
They like them.
Glad to see it turned out well. And we also updated the classrooms with new furniture, installed shelves and filled them with new books, donated a soccer ball for every student, and even put modern whiteboards and projectors in all the classrooms. Do you guys like the projector?
We were using it. Don't forget that lot of dust. But today everything is clean. We truly appreciate.
No problem. It's the least we could do. But then when we flew out to the site of the 45th well, we realized this community had it even harder. Every time they need to get water,
Did you hear that? He said after now they just finished talking about the school where he brought in computer, whiteboard, and all of that, and then he said when they flew out to a different place, that's a different that community had it even more difficult. And he was talking about his 45th or 46th well. You can imagine.
you need to take a treacherous mile-long hike through the jungle. And that mile-long hike also happens to be on a giant mountain.
I wake up very early, about 4 o'clock, so that I can fetch water for the school. We are not safe fetching water here. That place is very slippery. Chances of getting an injury is very high.
So while we worked on their well, the community took me to see how they currently source their water. You guys would have to make this trip how many times a day?
2 times.
2 times a day. Oh, wow. So a typical student would carry something like this?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. If 200 students did this every day, how hard could it be?
When you hear things like this, you just want to sit back. Sometimes people that have a good life or somewhat, even a manageable life, you see how people are busy complaining. And when you get to hear other people's stories, you just sit back and look at yourself and like, God, how ungrateful I've been. Look at the miles. Somebody has to wake up 4 a.m. to just trek into the forest and go through all those treacherous roads and all of that. And you have to climb those mountains just to go get water. Something that politicians will be able to do. But instead, it's not that there's no resources. It's not a poor continent. If it's a poor continent, we'll say, okay, they don't have. This is a very rich continent that have everything in excess. But the politicians will not even think to put basic things like pumps that would, like, just water, that you'll be able to just come out of your house and find a pump and just fetch water. People had to go through all of this stress just to fetch water. So when next you want to complain about your life, just go online and search and listen to some people's stories, and you will have a change of heart. Let's keep listening.
Oh, gosh. If 200 students did this every day, how hard could it be?
It could be very hard.
Beyond absolute.
Okay, so it's his advert. We'll wait for the advert to play and then, yeah.
Oh boy. Dang, this is very steep. We're just walking down this mountain forever. Every day. It was actually surprising how difficult this hike was. And these people go through all of that just to get to the spigot. That's water is still unsafe to drink. This is where you guys get your water from normally? Yes. And filled with water, these jugs can weigh up to 40 pounds, which is insane for these children to be carrying up this mountain. The ladies can carry 2 of those. Oh, I totally can as well then. And as soon as these jugs were filled, it was time to head all the way back up.
Hurry up, let's go.
He's not even sweating or anything. I got it. And now, instead of spending hours a day for unsafe water, their new well is only 10 feet away from the school. So, they can just fill it up here now. I'm too tired. And so, we were on our way to the next village where we built our.
At this point, Mr. Beast could not even breathe. I'm too tired. But you can still see how happy these people are. You can just, Africa, my Africa. Let's continue.
46 well, but we ran into a little problem. We found out that this village is divided in half by this huge dangerous river. It may not look like much now, but when the rainy season comes, the water comes up this high and literally swallows this bridge. And why this bridge is such a big deal is the village is over there, the hospital and schools are over there, so they're crossing this bridge multiple times a day. Despite how dangerous this bridge is, it's their only option.
This river, when it is swollen, it can sweep away people, students, or even animals. In the recent past, we have lost about 3 people trying to cross this river.
This loss of life is insane and absolutely unacceptable. The moment we heard about this, we knew we had to help. So while we started work on a new bridge that would let them reach their well, we then traveled over 2,000 miles from Kenya to the country of Zimbabwe. We've been in Africa for over a week.
All right, so this is where he had mentioned Zimbabwe for the first time. It's like 6 minutes 48 seconds into his video. His video is 10 minutes 10 minutes I think video 10 minutes 20 something 20 something seconds or 30 something seconds, but 6 minutes 48 seconds he mentioned Zimbabwe for the first time. He said while they were building the bridge, they had to go over to Zimbabwe. So let's hear what he will say. He didn't say much, and I'm thinking that that's because he probably wants to um make the Zimbabwe video separate from the Kenya video, but he's just mentioning it so you keep your eyes open for his next upload. Who knows? Maybe his next upload is going to be the Zimbabwe, a full video of that Zimbabwe uh, content. So let's hear
And we
him.
still have a lot more wells to do. You kind of smell. I know, it's weird. I showered this morning. Wow. Yeah. If you let me finish, I can put my arms down. Can I count on you two to finish these wells with me?
Yes.
First on the agenda was to check out a local hospital that was in dire need of clean water. Upon entering, we learned how big of an impact this clinic had on the village. How many kids do you guys give birth to a year here?
In a month, about 50.
Do 600 births a year? Wow. But unfortunately, the pregnant mothers at this clinic have to walk over a mile just to get water, and then carry these heavy buckets all the way back. However, the good news is we paid for the construction.
Hello, Shade Princess. Welcome, sis. Thank you so very much for joining. We're discussing Mr. Beast and his 100 wells that he built in Africa. And I was like, I don't see many of our people really discussing this. And it's, I don't know. I feel like something like this is amazing. As African content creators, is something that we need to talk about. Somebody coming in and saying, okay, I've got some coin with me, I've got some change left, let me help someone across the other side of the world is what talking about. So that's what we're discussing. All right. So Shade said, I love him for this. Oh my goodness. I from the beginning, I don't remember how long I've been watching Mr. Beast, but from the first time I started watching him, seeing how he was giving out houses to people, he was just doing so much good, giving lots of money. He would just make people play some silly games, and the next thing, people are winning good money that they can start a business with, they can do something useful with. That is really amazing, because this world, not many people are out there that will say, okay, I've made a lot of money, and I will keep some for myself and I will give some back. I'll try to do good and help other people. A lot of people, if you go through YouTube, you see this one building a big house, this one building that one, this one doing this one. Not many times you will see people saying, from my YouTube money, I have done this, that. It's about them receiving and receiving and receiving. Even though they have a lot, they will still want to receive more and more and more. So for me, seeing someone like Mr. Beast doing what he's doing, I think African content creators need to sit down and look at this and feel like this guy just challenged us, man. If this guy can come all the way from the United States to come and help our own people, and all those people that call themselves African big YouTubers, for example, he went to Kenya, he went to Zimbabwe. We have big YouTubers there also. How many of them can beat their chest that they've done enough? Also, it's not just by calling yourself a big YouTuber, you're receiving the coin, and all you want to do is live large and all of that when people around you are not having a good life. So I'm really, really grateful. May God bless Jimmy. I'm really grateful. God bless Mr. Beast. Okay, so let me keep reading Sade's comment before we finish the video. So Sade said, I love him for this. I think he builds 65 wells. Oh, he said 100, but I think this first video, maybe, I don't know, right now it's around 45, he said, and they're in Zimbabwe trying to do some other stuff. So let's see his subsequent uploads if he did build the 100, because if from Kenya to Zimbabwe, they're already 45. Then maybe two other or one more African country they will visit, they will complete the wells, or maybe they ran out of funds. But we will find out in his next upload. Then he has done us Africans are not doing for ourselves. So they sounded he's such a good man. Absolutely, absolutely. His parents must be very proud of him. His parents, his siblings, his relatives, in fact, his state must be very proud of him. The kind of things that this guy does. All those corrupt leaders embezzling money instead of helping their fellow man. Shameful. Absolutely, Sade. But on the other hand, too, what about those? Sometimes when you see that somebody is not doing it, you have to do it yourself. And something that pisses me off about this, our African, there are some people that you see them with a lot of money. You will see somebody wearing wristwatch that cost so many $1,000 and pounds. We're not even talking about any African currency. We're talking about strong currencies. And you have people littered all around you from your village, from all of that, and people are living large, buying 5, 10 cars. But if you even go abroad, even the rich people say their car not too plenty. But you go see our own people, they will buy one, two, three. Any new car that they bring out, Lamborghinis out, the first set of people buying is Africans. Sometimes when you see that politicians are not doing, people gotta do what they gotta do by themselves. This guy is not using the money from his country, he's using the money that he has made, or sponsorship, or whatever, whichever way he's making the money. It's not his government that is sponsoring what he's doing. So I think our people should also emulate. If you're a content creator and you're able to get to that level where you're beginning to earn millions, please give back to your community. That's all. Because imagine our people will not even do as little as even, I'm talking about YouTubers because the guy is a YouTuber. People will not even do as little as give people shout out. All these so-called big YouTubers will not say, okay, let's try, since we know that our politicians are not doing well, people graduate from universities, there's no job, or polytechnics, or polytechnic or whatever, people, will go study and come out, but there's no job. Nobody's having anything to do. A lot of people are just jobless, not that they don't want to work, but there's no job. So why not? If people can go into YouTube, since you see how beneficial this YouTube is, all these big YouTubers that they've started cashing out good coins, how about pulling people from your around you when you see your fellow countryman trying to do something that you know that is lucrative, you're gaining from that stuff? Why not at least give people free shout out? Give YouTubers, let them also stand and say, oh yes, this person did this and it got me from point A to point B. Why not Like people will not even help. Why not share a video that you feel you know that person's content can resonate with it? There are some small YouTubers that are making wonderful content. When you visit their channels, you're like, wow, how is it that this person doesn't have a lot of subscribers and all of that, because their contents are wonderful. But you will never see these big YouTubers share people, shout people out. Everything they care about is themselves, 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 themselves. So really, and I'm saying this out loud, all those African YouTubers from all the African countries that have a lot of numbers and are not doing so much, shame on them, man. Shame on them. Because if as little as supporting your own people, not, we're not saying financially, just use the platform that you've built, use it to help somebody else, so the person too will in return be able to help somebody else. Instead, our people are there doing competition. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to shout anybody. I mean, I'm not going to this. So if you don't pay them, they're not going to do this. If you don't bring gift, they're not going to. It is messed up, man. Let me keep reading comment. Exactly. Shadi said they should learn from him. Absolutely. And Nelson Mandela said it about how many people you help in life that counts. Yes, maybe I got the number of wells wrong, possibly. Well, we will see. We will see when. Okay, towards the end, we're going to hear the total numbers, and then okay, Kole. I cannot. Kole, your last name. I cannot. I cannot say. Let me try. Kole Kuvarega. I hope I didn't murder your name. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm seeing you here for the first time. You are welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Shade said, it takes nothing to share a YT video. I always share people's video. Anything to help, even if it's small. Just selfishness everywhere. I totally agree with you. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I believe our YouTubers are pretending that, oh, will I call this selective deafness or selective blindness, that people are not seeing what this guy have done. Because I think we all need to talk about this content. It's not about irrelevant things and nonsense fights and all of that that people should be focusing on. But this that this guy did, it is worth discussing. It is worth sitting down and filming a video about. It is worth saying, thank you, bros. Thank you, Mr. Beast. We see you. We, the people of Africa, we that were from the continent Africa, we see you and we are grateful. It must not be that, oh, because he didn't visit my own country. And no, he visited your continent. That's him helping your brother and sister. So it is worth it for us to say thank you and say a prayer. Let's keep listening to the video, because I think now they're in Zimbabwe.
And then carry these heavy buckets all the way back. However, the good news is we paid for the construction of a new modern well for them.
Imagine pregnant women having to trek all the way to wherever they were finding that water in Zimbabwe to go fetch in this particular district in Zimbabwe. At this point, it shows, it says, well, 52 out of 100. Okay, because I think he's putting the number. Maybe some were not wells. I don't. Maybe some were other things he did. Okay, yeah. Okay, this one is the hospital, and he said they were making a well for the hospital, so the pregnant women will not. Yes, so it's a well. So right now is 52. So let's see.
All that needed to be done now was to turn it on. All right, Nolan, are you ready? I'm ready. Over. Let me get a dramatic zoom in. Nolan, I pressed the button. Is it working? It's flowing. Oh. We want to go check it out? Yeah. Let's do it. I love how people are immediately just getting water right now. This is easily the coolest thing ever. Nolan here is a professional dancer. Yes. He will join. How do I always end up dancing? What is he doing?
This Nolan is so funny.
Oh gosh.
I always love seeing him
watch this video. Besides ensuring access to clean water, a lot of the students at this village lack transportation. So we decided to give all of them new bicycles. I know, it looks like a lot of gifts.
Can you imagine? So many bicycles he gave to each and every one of the students in that school. just because they notice that transportation is difficult in that particular town. Can you imagine even buying a bicycle for one person is something, but imagine how many people, I don't know how many people, how many students, but when you watch the video, you understand what I'm saying. Each and every one of them got a bike.
Well, we bought a lot of bikes. Full disclosure, I don't know how to ride a bike. Jimmy only knows how to give away bikes. Never learned how to ride one. Let's break in all the new bicycles. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, everyone's faster. Be careful, I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't want to hit anyone. You want to ride it? All right, go for it, little man. Okay. And after giving away the bikes, we continue building wells until we reach well number 69. This solar-powered well is specially designed to aid.
Okay, so the solar panel well is the number 69. So maybe Shade, you're right. And then when the Zimbabwe video will fully be released, because if you notice this video, it's more of Kenya, and just a little bit of Zimbabwe. I believe maybe more is coming from the Zimbabwe content, because right now we're 8 minutes 45 seconds into his video, and the total video I think is about 10 minutes 29 seconds. So let's keep listening.
Farmers in this village
This is
by
number
providing more
69.
than enough water for all of their crops and livestock, even during the dry season, without any electricity.
Each panel is 200 watts. And it's attached to a pump. The pump can pump 5,000 liters every hour. Basically, it's unlimited amount of water for this entire village.
That's incredible. And after we left Zimbabwe, we wanted to continue to give water to communities all across Africa. So we built more wells in Uganda, Somalia, and Cameroon. If you want to see more of what we did in Cameroon, there's a whole video about that coming soon on the Philanthropy channel. Spending time in these villages really made me reflect on the importance of building wells, how it brings water to farms to feed the hungry, how it provides clean conditions for hospitals, and most importantly, how it helps the children of this next
now it shows
generation
well
live long,
99
healthy lives
of
and build the
100.
future for all of these communities.
We await a new dawn of clean drinking water. Water is life.
And with some help from the locals, we finally finished a new bridge that this community can use for the next 100 years.
Lives have been saved. Families will come together. The worries will be gone.
The 100 wells we built in this video will change a lot of lives, but not enough. Which is why before you go, I want to urge you all to go to beastphilanthropy.org/wells or click the link in the description and donate money if possible. We're literally not profiting a dime off this video. 100% of the money we raise is going to go towards building more wells like you saw in this video all around the globe. I know it's weird that a YouTuber has to do all this stuff, but someone's got to do it. And if no one else is, we're going to do it. As you can tell, it really does change the lives of the communities where we build them. And finally, well 100.
Yeah, finally, well 100. When you got the water in his face. Okay, all right. So that is the video for Mr. Beast, and I think when they're gonna show the like he said, Uganda, Somalia, and Cameroon. So they did Kenya, Zimbabwe, and so then the next video you get to see Cameroon, Somalia, and Uganda, the wells that he built in these African nations. This is amazing. I'm just short of words, you know. We see people do things, but it is very difficult. Really, it is well. It is well. Not many times Africa is included in anything that is being done in the world. So many times Africa is overlooked. When 1, 2, 3 persons buy anywhere else in the world, there's a huge screaming, there's a huge cry for millions of Africans dies every day, and nobody says anything. So for me, as an African person, to see someone out there thinking that, look, I have got something and I'm willing to share it, even if it's with one African person, that means the world to me. As an African, it means the world to me. And I'm really, really grateful. I really can't even find the words to quantify how I feel. When I first saw the video, I was like, wow. This
My
is
how
this is coming from a YouTuber. This is coming from a YouTuber, to think that a YouTuber will not just think that let me use my money to flex, let me use my money to invest, maybe even go to Africa, buy lands, build huge hotels, investment, real estate. There are so many things that Mr. Beast could have done in all these African countries that he went to, and he will make a lot of money out of the continent. But that was not what he was thinking about. He was looking for the little ways that he could support. Imagine the bridge he built in that community in Kenya. Even long after Mr. Beast is old, 999, 1,000 years old, passed on, that bridge is still going to be there. And the story will keep going on and on and on. And as long as YouTube is here, for generations to come, people are able to go in and watch these videos and see that this is something that a content creator did, not a politician, not a huge business person, just a content creator was able to give this much to a continent that he's not from. This is a challenge to those of us that are from that continent to actually do our best. And some people will say, oh, a lot of us are not making money. If you're not making coin yet from YouTube, but you have a YouTube channel and you have people watching you, you have a good following, please give your fellow African content creators shout out. Collaborate with people. Don't always wait for money. Share people's videos if you know that you have the traction where people are coming to watch you, people are loving your content. Support somebody else also to get there. Support somebody else. Take somebody else out of poverty. Put a smile on somebody's face. That goes a long way. It must not be monetary support. You must not dip your hand in your pocket to help someone, but let it not always be you, looking for who's going to give you. And you are not, even when you're in place to help other people, you do not give it damn. All right, Shade Princess said, much love, gotta go now. I'm editing. Okay, okay. I understand, sis. Thank you so very much for stopping. Thank you so much. All my silent watchers, those of you that came by, thank you so very much. I had to do this video because I was supposed to do it yesterday. I wasn't able to. It's a school week. And I was like, look, if I don't do this now, I will not film it. And before I will really be upset if I keep procrastinating, and this escapes my mind because as a gist channel, a lot of things are happening on the streets and of YouTube and outside, and so much to talk about. And sometimes, if you're not quick to just jump on something, you're just gonna forget. Plus, every other thing that we have going on in our personal lives, and plus content creating. And when you're creating such contents where you have to be bringing the gist or the information as it's hot and hot, you might just forget. I was like, no way am I going to let this one go without me talking about it. It's not possible. It is not possible. Definitely not me. I must talk about it, even if nobody else sees it as anything. I see it as a lot. And I don't care, neither do I give a hoot what anyone else thinks. But I just want to say thank you, Mr. Beast. Thank you, Jimmy. God bless you. God bless your family. May God continue to prosper you. May God bless you with good health, sound mind, every good thing you wish yourself. May God bless you. You are just one person, but the world already is feeling your impact. If we could have 100 of Mr. Beast, what would the world look like? People that will go out there and just give and give and give and give and not mind. What would the world look like? I hope people can learn one or two things from this story. That being said, that brings us to the end of today's live stream. I don't want to drag it too long. I don't even want it to be up to an hour because I want people to come across these videos and watch. Although I know YouTube people just love gist and gossips and negativity and BS and things that are not relevant. But even if it's 10 people that will come across this video and listen, come across this live stream and listen to it, that'll be a good one. That being said, thank you all so very much. Thank you, Kole. Thank you, Shade Princess, Beneficial Knowledge. Thank you, my silent watchers. I saw y'all coming in and out. God bless each and every one of you. And those of you that are going to watch the replay, I say God bless you also. May God Almighty help us all to do better. And may we all have the spirit of giving and helping our neighbors and helping people around us to also grow and not think about us growing alone and achieving alone, eating alone, living the good life alone, looking down on other people. Let's just be able to be our brothers and sisters keepers. And once more, thank you, Mr. Beast, for the 100 wells that you built in Africa. We are super grateful and God bless you all. And this is Entertainment Daily, and I am your host, Octavia Cora, where we analyze gist, we analyze, dissect YouTubers' videos. It could be a positive one, negative one, whatever, but we always try to bring the story from the aspect where we can learn one or two things from that particular content that the person has actually put out there. Okay, so thank you so very much, and see you on the next reaction. So have a lovely day and have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.